Alright, friends, I have to admit I kind of read a little bit ahead because it was just getting too good. So, here is chapter 24. I have to get out of here. It's the only thought in my head right now. I let out a primal scream as I shake off the cold flesh still gripping my palm. If the crying and the footprints and the fingers in my hand were Inez, we're in trouble. Not just trouble, danger. Whirling back toward the glass box, I notice that Nina has moved closer to the path we followed here and is frozen in place. Her shoes are sinking into the muddy ground and one hand is plastered across her mouth. Nina? I call. Nothing. She angled toward Inez Clark's glass box, and my eyes finally find it in the whiteout. I gasp. Even with the curtain of rain clouding my vision, I can see that the box is 100% completely empty. I stare at the white space where the sculpture was, terrified. The kind eyes and full cheeks are gone. The wavy hair and the tiny half-smile, gone. The entire sculpture of Inez Clark is just gone. The warning from the woman at the front office comes back to me. The statue vanishes during lightning storms. A burst of crackles fills my ears and I shudder. She's scared of the lightning. Inez is scared of the lightning and is hiding in this cemetery. My entire body shakes with the thought. I know it doesn't make sense and that my brain is telling me I'm losing it, but right now, none of that matters. Run! I screech into the nothing of rain and leaves and howling wind. Andrew grabs my elbow and tugs me to his side. His hand wraps around mine, his fingers gripping mine urgently. We're sprinting now, racing as fast as we can down that waterlogged path. My mind is spinning. This can't be happening. Inez Clark's statue did not just vanish in front of our eyes. It was empty! Empty! I yell at him. I can't tell if he hears me over the roar of the storm surrounding us. The wind picks up even more and wet leaves slap my face. Rain hits my body so hard it feels like it's holding me back, trying to keep me in the cemetery. This isn't right! Andrew shouts over the thunder. Lightning flashes nearby and a sharp crack sends a tree limb toppling to the ground. The crackling seems to weave in and out of the gravestones following me. We've got to get back west, toward the entrance. West, west, west. I know east now, but in this rain I can't remember where that is either. It's too dark and we've run in too many circles. Fumbling in my pocket, I try to find my compass, but come up empty. I turn back to see if Nina knows where we are or how far the gate is, but she's not behind us. I tug back on Andrew, fear winding into a tight hole in my belly. Where is Nina? Panic spreads on his face. What? She was just here. She was just here, like 5 seconds ago. I search the tangle of headstones as fast as I can, hoping for a glimpse of her blue coat. It isn't there. Nina! Nina! I scream as loudly as I can, but my voice is no match for the storm roaring around us. Nina! Andrew bellows with me. His blonde hair is matted against his forehead. Water runs in rivers down his cheeks and drips off his chin. He wipes it out of his eyes and points to something up ahead. Tessa, I see the gate. It's up there. I shake my head, tears forming in my eyes. I don't want to head for that gate without Nina, but I don't want to get stuck in the cemetery either. Turning back to look for her one last time, I'm met with the biggest, most terrifying lightning bolt I've ever seen. It streaks down from the sky, illuminating everything around us for a split second. The frenzy of leaves, the bone-colored headstones, the sinister mausoleums. But no, Nina. I swivel my head from side to side, then turn a full circle just to be sure. She's gone. Nina is just gone. That's the end of that chapter. I'm going to keep reading. Chapter 25. Standing outside the cemetery gates, I have to remind myself to breathe. By the time we got back to the entrance, the rain had slowed down to a trickle. The wind died down too. But Nina? Nina was still missing. Andrew releases my hand and I pull it up to my sleeve quickly. I didn't have time to think about it in the cemetery, about him holding my hand like that, but now I can't help it. It was nice. He fishes his cell phone out of his pocket and starts pressing buttons. What are you doing? I ask. Texting Richie. I don't have Nina's phone number. How do you not have that? You've been in school together for years, right? I ask, panicked. We need to find Nina. My heart slams around in my chest as I think about the bolt of lightning and how she just vanished. Vanished like Inez's statue. Vanished like my mom's watercolors. My stomach rolls. I didn't need Nina's phone number before you came along, Tessa. Andrew snaps. He takes a shaky breath and then looks at me. I'm sorry, I'm not mad at you, I'm just worried. He leans back and glances through the entrance again. I've been friends with Richie since first grade, but his sister? I didn't really know her until now. Well, number or no number, we have to go look for her, I say, pulling away from his side. We can't leave her alone in there. Too late, Andrew says, his face darkening like the storm has just swept through. A man in navy blue mechanic's overalls pulls up in a golf cart. Instead of golf clubs in the back of the cart, he has buckets and a strange collection of yard work supplies. I watch in horror as he begins dragging the heavy iron gate closed. Wait! I yell, racing toward him. The sign says the cemetery stays open until 3 today. Not in inclement weather. Any time we have to clear the paths of tree limbs or debris, we close the gates. Close the gates? He can't do that. Not until Nina is out. But her friend is still in there. The man looks puzzled. I'm afraid that's not possible. Our grounds are searched carefully every time we lock up. You two were the last to exit. No, our friend was in there with us. She's about this tall. I hold my hand up to my chin. And she's 12. Sorry, sweetheart, but she's not in there. We got 7 groundskeepers that all run a different route through the cemetery, and at the end of my job is to lock up. It's empty in there. He finishes pulling the gate shut and slides a giant lock into place. I drop my face into my hands and try not to be sick. Bile is bubbling up into my throat. The golf cart rumbles back to life, and I look up to see the man staring at me. His weather face softens. Hey, it's okay. Your friend is probably just playing a prank on you two. It wouldn't be the first time in this place. I want to tell him how un-Nina that would be, but I keep my mouth clamped shut. It doesn't matter what the golf cart man thinks. I know the truth. Something happened to Nina in that cemetery, and I've got to find her. The golf cart sputters away, leaving Andrew and me alone. I sink down into the ground and lean against the wall, not even caring that rainwater is soaking into my jeans. Got it! Andrew tilts his phone down for me to see. It's a text from Richie with Nina's number. Andrew dials the number quickly, then presses the phone to his ear. I don't even have to ask if she answers. His face gives it away. I don't get it, I say. Andrew shakes his head. Me neither. It went straight to her voicemail. I don't know what to do now. A ripple of thunder rattles my teeth, and the memory of what we just saw sends fear pulsing through me. Andrew, that glass box was empty, and Nina disappeared with a flash of lightning. Do you think the ghost did something to her? No, I don't believe in that, Florida. I know you've had some weird stuff going on in your house, but I don't believe for a second that it's a real ghost. He pauses, staring down at his phone as if it begging to ring. There has to be a rational explanation. I'm surprised by his answer. I'm even more surprised that he would agree to come here if he didn't believe in ghosts. Why would he give up soccer and all of his other buddies to help me figure this out day after day? I shake off my surprise and the zillions of questions I want to ask him to focus on one, the most important one. Then who or what is doing all this? How do you explain what just happened in that cemetery? The crying and the footprints? Nina? Andrew shrugs. I can't answer that yet, but I think there is an explanation. We just need to be patient and find it. I take one last look through the iron gates of the graveyard. Pressing my face against the cold metal, I scour every patch of headstones that I can see. There's nothing in there that looks like Nina. Nothing alive at all. All right, so make some predictions. What are your thoughts? Where did Nina go? Is she alive? What's going on? Do you think Inez took her with her? Totally disappeared? Is she stuck in a graveyard down below? Tell me about them.